legacy of that shield is complicated. I am Captain America.
What's going on, everyone? It's Sam. Welcome back to the channel. Got another video here talking about the most important scene that's coming up in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, specifically what could be in this massive suitcase that we see Sam opening here from one of the trailers. Now, this video has major spoilers, so spoiler warning, of course, just in case I'm right, but also because there's a few pictures on here that might spoil things, so just a warning. Before we start though, if you're new to the channel or if you just like Marvel, the MCU, comics, and everything in between, subscribe and leave a like if you enjoy. Other than that, let's get into the video. Let's go. If you haven't watched my last video, I recommend doing so because it slightly ties into this with the idea of Sharon Carter being an undercover SHIELD or SWORD agent. Now, before we deep dive into the big reveal to further touch on the fact that Sharon is a SHIELD agent again, we can take a look at this very specific scene where she's using a satellite and very advanced tech to help Sam and Bucky. Now, I know the Power Broker could have tech like that, but satellite capabilities kinda seems a bit much. It kinda sounds like some SWORD or SHIELD technology, and I think we'll get that reveal soon, but into the main portion of the video, the idea of what's in the briefcase. Now, I'm just throwing out a theory here, but I think it could be given to him from Sharon or someone at SHIELD. Long shot theory, but that would be awesome if even old Steve delivered it to him, or he just gave it to someone so that when Sam was ready to become Cap and take up the mantle, he would have this briefcase. Now, what I think is inside this briefcase, it's definitely the Captain America suit. And major spoiler warnings here. If you don't want any spoilers, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to click off here. Obviously, most of us knew where this show was heading from the start, but if you didn't, we did get confirmation from a toy leak that Sam is going to get the suit at some part in this show. And I think this is where we actually see that scene. In general, the suitcase looks huge, and it could also be the SHIELD because we're presumed to believe that they take it back from John in episode 5 based on this scene here. And it gets really interesting when in this new clip, the SHIELD that John Walker is holding seems to be a little different than the one that Steve gave Sam, which is what John has been using throughout this entire show. The star has a bit of a different look to it, and there's also been rumors that the big episode 5 cameo reveal actually has a tie to John Walker, and it will be what propels him moving forward to be US agent. Now, if that's true, this would make sense that he has another SHIELD, and I would also bet that he's actually US agent in this clip with the black suit that we've seen on the poster. Because if you really look at it in this scene, it does have an off tint of black to it. So this scene and the color of the suit could most likely just be CG out of the trailer. They did that a lot with the Endgame promo as well. I think in this scene here, he has lost his friend Lamar, he's lost his SHIELD to Sam and Buck, and it all just seems like too much for him. He's a failure, and I think this is where we get the birth of the US agent. Now, this is supposed to be in episode 6 in what looks like some sort of maybe GRC headquarters or something like the G20, which is an international forum of governments and central banks that are comprised of 19 countries and the European Union. The Flag Smashers are in this scene as well. Bucky and John Walker are here, and we see everybody except for Sam. Not a single shot of Sam is ever seen, and I think this is because he's Captain America at this point. Maybe not to the world, but to Bucky and to Steve and to Isaiah, who's confirmed to be back again in the show before it ends. But most importantly, he's finally accepted that he can be Captain America himself. A man ready to continue making a difference and carrying on the legacy of Cap, but in his own way. And that's why I think when he and Bucky are on his old fishing boat, they're looking at the full suit, plus the SHIELD that's in this suitcase. And like Bucky says in the trailer, people need something to get behind, and that something is Sam Wilson's Captain America. So as always, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below, and if you're hyped for the Falcon and Winter Soldier final 2 episodes, go check out the previous video as well. And for all announcements and to keep up to date with my content, follow me at AnotherMarvelG on Twitter. All links to my socials are in the description below, including where you can find the podcast. And make sure you subscribe with the notification bells turned on so you don't miss any new videos. Other than that, I just want to say thank you. I'm another Marvel guy, and I'll catch y'all on a blip.